What's going on, people? This is Shok, and we do have a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Central Time. And of course, I will be streaming that over at my Twitch as usual, be giving my live reactions. And for those of you who may not be able to tune in for that, of course, I will upload my reaction to YouTube as well. Maybe a review depending on the information that is released and given. Do I have any expectations out of this Direct? I really haven't had expectations out of Nintendo when it comes to their presentations for a long while now, guys. You know, after the Wii U era, it's just, you know, it becomes ideal and smart as the Nintendo fan to just not have expectations like that. You know what I mean? As far as the quality of the showcase, as far as how many things they're going to be announcing, how much information they're going to be announcing for certain titles and whatnot. Nintendo is just completely random. It's Russian roulette. You never know what you're getting. So as usual, I'm basically going in with empty expectations. So for those of you who are curious to what I'm expecting, that's my answer to that. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and answer the other question. What would I like to see? For me, there are two major things that I would like to see in this Direct, and it's two particular games. One, Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3 needs to, like, finally be shown, and that's not me saying, like, oh, that's a requirement or else I won't like it or anything like that, but, you know, we've known about Bayonetta 3 for a while. We still haven't seen anything outside of, you know, the typical CG teaser that they do whenever they announce a new Bayo game. But it'll be very, very nice to finally see some gameplay of that game. We know it's been in development for a minute. It was announced, and then it just really hasn't been talked about like that. So it'll be nice if we finally get a glimpse of Bayonetta 3. The other game is Pikmin 4, which was announced years ago. And I'm not sure why that game hasn't been shown at all, because that was in development before Bayonetta 3 was. I'm pretty positive of it. But yeah, Pikmin 3 has been in the pipeline in the works for a while, and we haven't seen anything about that game. I believe it was a month or maybe 2 months ago, they did give an update saying that it was near completion and it's almost done and development's been going well. And that kind of surprised me because I figured if development was really going well, then we would have had the game out by now. You know what I mean? Like, that game's been developed for 10 years. Of course, that's an exaggeration. But, you know, you get it. You get it. Now, of course, you know, I would like to talk about non-game related things, like things such as a system update, features, something online. But let's be honest, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. You know, how many Nintendo Directs have we had, E3 or otherwise, where Nintendo actually went over online features that they're updating to the system, or, you know, new features in general that they're adding to the system? That's happened, what, maybe twice, but some improvements to the online would be great. Things like allowing us to message our friends on the Switch. Yes, for those who don't have Switches, we cannot message each other via our friends list. There's actually no feature on the friends list whatsoever except block and favorite. And that's it. You can block a friend, you can favorite a friend, I believe, and like that's literally it. Some join game, invite feature, you know, something like that. Updated web browser or something. Can we finally get like Hulu? Not Hulu because they already have Hulu. Netflix, you know, Amazon, that type of stuff. I can see maybe those being in this Direct, but like I said, when it comes to features, new features added online, I don't really hold my breath when it comes to Nintendo. But as far as the games front, I just really want to see Bayonetta. I want to see Pikmin 4. We'll probably get an announcement of the spring. Or not spring, actually that would be winter. Because Banjo is fall. But it'll be nice to see an announcement of the winter Smash Ultimate character. That should be coming out. All the hints are kind of pointing towards the SNK character. We'll see about that. A lot of, you know, Smash quote unquote leaks happen and whatnot, and Smash fans always take shit as like super factual, and I mean sometimes it ends up happening like Hero, but that was a data mine thing. So data mine things are usually way more accurate and believable than just a mishap on a company's part or some listing or something like that. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. But apparently it's going to be an SNK character, which I'd be cool with. I wouldn't be hyped. I wouldn't be against it. It would just be a welcome addition, based off of whether or not this character is going to be really stupid or really broken. You know what I mean? But yeah, I can't really think of much more I would want out of this. If they had 2 of those 3 things, I'd be somewhat satisfied. Unless the rest of it is just complete and utter just trash and garbage. Apparently they're going to be going over Sword and Shield. Hopefully we see some improvements of that game or something. I don't know, but I'm not holding my breath. And of course we'll be seeing some Luigi's Mansion 3. I don't really care about that. Maybe an update on Animal Crossing. Oh, and I just thought about it. Another thing I would really like to see out of this Direct is Metroid Prime Trilogy for the Switch. Now this isn't a confirmed thing. It was something that was always rumored. There's this guy a long time ago, later last year, it was like later last year, and he was saying that Prime Trilogy has actually already been ported over to the Switch, but for whatever reason they haven't released it yet. Now, I don't necessarily believe that, because why would they just sit on that for so long? You know what I mean? But that aside, I feel like making Prime Trilogy for the Switch is just it's kind of a common sense move at this point. You know what I mean? Because with the delay of Prime 4, surely they know they disappointed a lot of fans. A lot of people were looking forward to Prime 4. So what better thing can you do to hold people over than to do a complete port or even a remaster of the trilogy and bring it over to Switch? You see what I mean? So that would really hold us over. Not to mention, of course, that would increase sales. So it's not just necessarily doing a fan service thing, but you're also building hype and momentum. And you're also giving people the opportunity who may never have played a Prime game, right, to try them out. And then like, oh man, I really like this. And then they end up purchasing Prime 4. So it would also be a really smart business decision as well. So hopefully we get something like that along the way. And there was something else I actually just thought of that just slipped my mind. Oh yeah, as far as like third-party things, No More Heroes. I know Suda was talking about the potential of porting No More Heroes 1 and 2 over to the Switch. Maybe he found a studio to do it for him, or maybe he found the funds, and maybe Nintendo will announce that 1 and 2 are coming over to the Switch, which, if that happens, I'm definitely copping that game on the Switch. I love No More Heroes. That's one of my favorite new series from last gen. I will gladly repurchase both games, and especially because I support Suda. I support No More Heroes, you know. I bought Travis Strikes Again because Suda had said, you know, whether or not we get 3 or how soon we get No More Heroes 3 depends on how well Travis Strikes Again does. So, you know, I definitely made sure I wanted to support that game. That's pretty much my thoughts and my expectations, or rather the lack thereof. Most of this video was just what I would like to see rather than what I expect to see. And despite the fact that I said that, if I end up not liking this Direct, people are going to say I expected too much, although I'm clearly saying I'm going in with no expectations like I do every single time, but people don't listen. But yeah, I'll be streaming that over my Twitch, guys. Twitch.tv/Shokio. 5 p.m. Central Time, which is, of course, 6 p.m. Eastern, and that's going to be 3 p.m. Pacific. So I'll see you guys over there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.